All right, Shalom. For the foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Jim, men who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his young brothers. And peace and blessings, salvation, and hopefully they got there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to hopefully the believers, the listeners that have came back to the belief, all right, of the scriptures, through the obedience of the scriptures, through faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. And I just want just a quick, question, to the IUIC, its leadership and its followers. I was just pondering, as Apostle Tahar, is constantly, responding to this tribe of Dan, madness, that's being spewed out, and I just thought it funny that, you don't have the names, all right? You don't believe in the names, that we have, the pure language and the name of the Heavenly Father and the Son. You don't believe that the RFID is a microchip. You don't believe those things, but here it is, you have the mystery, to the tribe of Dan. You don't have the mystery of the names, in this pure language. You don't have the mystery of the RFID chip being the micro beast. The RFID chip, all right, being the mark of the beast. All right, you don't have that mystery, but here it is. You have the mystery of the tribe of Dan, and what is that going to benefit you? All right, trying to find, you have, people on the witch hunt, trying to figure out this Dan thing, what is that going to end? Let's say you do find the tribe of Dan. What is that going to avail? What? Showing you with these leaders, all right, of these various camps, hey, some of these men are not sincere, all right, and they're not, leading their congregation, all right, down the highway of salvation, man, but vanity, folly, and eventually gonna be destruction, man, so let's just deal with it, through precepts. You're not gonna go deep into it, but you go to Acts 26:4, it says, my manner of life from my youth, which was at the first among my own nation at Jerusalem, know all the Jews which knew me from the beginning, if they would testify that after the most greatest sect of our religion I lived a Pharisee. Now this is the Apostle Paul, you know, giving a testimony, to Agrippa, all right, which was an Edomite. It says, and now I stand and am judged for the hope of the promise made of our power, all right, made of the Most High, unto our fathers, unto which promises our 12 tribes instantly serving the Most High day and night hope to come, for which king's sake, King Agrippa, I am accused of the Jews. Now, the Apostle Paul, spoke of a promise, made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, that would later, be bestowed, on the 12 tribes. You see? So if you include Dan, into the mix, well, now it's 13. When you go into the prophecies, and the visions, all right, that John the Revelator seen, in the book, all right, of Revelation, all right, which we're gonna get that. But first, let's get some more, edification. Let's get a precept, for that, all right, because when you go into the book of Sirach, and Apostle Paul was taught by Yahushua. Would you agree, or do you not agree with that? Because hey, we questioning you guys' doctrine, man. What do you believe? What you don't believe, man? Hey, you Israelites, but what do you believe, man? We dissecting your doctrine, man. All right, everyone is always, putting what we believe on trial. You on trial, man. Do you believe that Yahushua taught the Apostle Paul? So if Dan had an inheritance, in the kingdom, wouldn't that be mentioned? You see, when John the Revelator would have received that vision, concerning the end. All right. So you go to the book of Sirach. It might be Sirach. All right, this Sirach 44:19 says Abraham was a great father of many people, and glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. He was proved by what? Being willing to sacrifice his own begotten son, Isaac, with the commandment of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. That shows obedience and faith, Reading on, it said, therefore he assured him by oath that he will bless the nations in his seed, and that he will multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from river unto the uttermost parts of the land. Because the promise, when you go into it, to break it down in layman terms, is world domination. All right, an immortal kingdom. All right, ran by immortal people, dominating. All right, the planet Earth and existence as a whole under Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 22 said, with Isaac did he establish likewise for Abraham his father's sake, the blessing of all men and the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. He acknowledged him in his blessing, and gave him a heritage, and divided his portions among the 12 tribes. Did he depart them, man? You see, Yahweh Shema Shai is dealing, all right, with the vibration of 12 tribes. And those 12 tribes, all right, are listed, in the visions, that John the Revelator seen in the book of Revelation. So let's get it. All right, let's get to the point. Revelation 21 and 12. It says, and had a wall great and high. And this is a vision of the kingdom, the city of Jerusalem, the gates of Jerusalem, And it says, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and came, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. You see? So if you include Dan into the mix, well, this vision is off. All right? This prophecy is off, because when you go to Revelation, the 7th chapter, it puts a name, on the 12 tribes. All right? Now, this is Revelation, all right, 7, and Revelation 7 and 4. It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes. All. So this is, all right, the synopsis of all the tribes. This is showing you all the tribes, but you add Dan, you putting all plus Dan, man, and that's added to the scriptures, you see. And it says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, and of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Naphtali, all right, was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon, 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was sealed 12,000. And the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000. And Joseph, is synonymous, with Ephraim. Lord willing, I'm gonna do a separate lesson, dealing with the Joseph, showing how it's synonymous, with Ephraim. And then we're gonna, Lord willing, I can do these 2 videos dealing with Joseph. We're gonna go into Joseph, showing how that's synonymous for Ephraim, and we're gonna go into Levi, showing how the priesthood has changed, and Levi now has an inheritance with the rest, of the nation. All right, rest of the 12 tribes. With the 12 tribes, Levi's part of the 12 tribes now. But it did not mention Dan. And at the beginning it said all the tribes, and it did not mention Dan. So my question again to the IUIC leadership, and I'm begging for a response to explain these things, man. And Apostle already went into Ezekiel, the 40th chapter through the 48th chapter, you know, and broke that down. All right, showing you that it wasn't talking about, because Ezekiel 40 through 48 conflicts, all right, with the visions that John the Revelator saw. You know, that shows you that it's not talking about that time period. You know, so once again, like I say, my question is, you know, you don't have the names, you don't have the mystery, you know, of the names in this pure language, all right, and you don't, you know, understand what the RFID microchip is, which is the mark of the beast. You don't have that mystery, you know, but all of a sudden, you know, you have this great revelation and this mystery of the tribe of Dan. You know, it's not making sense. It's not, you know, it's not adding up. You know, so I just would love to hear a response. You know, someone to, you know, break these things down that I went into. You know, the brother priest Abaya, you know, he did a lesson. You know, begging Nate to break down certain scriptures. You know, dealing with the 12 tribes. You know, but you know we'll probably never get it. You know, or they just try to, you know, slither out of it. You know, but at the end of the day, truth is being made manifest. You know, all these wayward doctrines, all right, will be called out and beaten powder, you know, very soon, man. You know, so till next time, shalom.